Thank you for joining me and welcome to the UX Design Show. I am your host, Emanuel Johnson Jr. I've been a UX designer for years now, and it has been my dream to do this show, and this is my very first episode, so thank you so much for joining me. And today I want to talk about the new HULU app. I've had HULU for years. I first started out with Netflix. I am what I like to call myself, one of the original cord cutters, and that's before the term actually even existed. But either way it go, I love the new HULU app. I think it's great. I think it has the opportunity to overtake Sling because of the amount of content that is going to be provided when it comes to the local channels versus people having antennas. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the new UI and how it looks beyond what it had before. And I think they made some interesting choices because now they're providing live content, and they have to have a way to go back and forth between live content and on-demand content. And I think they've done a really good job. When you first come into the app, I love it. It loads up, it gives you a great tutorial. You swipe through it very quickly. It tells you that you can get to the live content by tapping on the bottom left icon. And if you want to get to the on-demand content, you tap on the icon next to it. So basically, you're always able to get to that information. Now, once you go through the navigation a little bit, you hit the live button, you start to see there's different channels and networks that you can choose from. You select one and boom, you're right into the content. I think it's smooth, it loads up great. It gives you the option, of course, to pause and do a quick fast forward and a quick rewind. So all of those controls are there. I love the flip tray. The flip tray is very similar to anything else you've ever seen, where when you're using Sling, you hit the up button on your Roku, there's a menu that comes up that basically tells you everything that's on that network, and you can scroll between the other channels. You've seen this before, it's like a little mini guide. So the flip tray button acts as their guide. You hit the flip tray button, you tap the screen, it gives you all the controls just like it does when you're watching Netflix on a mobile device. You tap that screen, it then gives you this menu that slides up. You're able to scroll through that menu. Now, when I first looked at it, it did not have it would just give you what you're currently watching and start you at the beginning of the menu. It wouldn't put you where the channel falls. So let's say if you're watching ESPN, it will put you at the beginning of the menu, which is in alphabetical order, so it will put you at ABC, which is awesome, by the way, that it provides ABC. But that's not practical. If I'm on ESPN, in my opinion, I would like to land right where the E's are, ESPN, then the one next to it should be ESPN2 when the flip tray comes up, and then maybe Fox or something, whatever the F channel is, should be before it. So they fixed that. Between me recording this actual episode, they've actually fixed that, or maybe it was just a glitch when I first loaded up the app when I got the trial. Either way it go, it works beautifully now. You slide through it, it's effortless, it's great. If you want to get to your on-demand content, you have to hit the back button, you have to back out, sort of a drill in, drill out type of system. So you have to hit the back button, you go down to the second icon from the left, and then that gives you all your access to all of your content. And they did something interesting. Instead of just giving you the big panel of covers of TV shows and movies from your watch list and things of that nature, they now have it set up to where you have to go and scroll through different categories, news, comedy, whatever the case may be. And then once you get to that category, all of the stuff that you love now shows up. I would like to see all of that on one screen. I don't know if some of the user feedback was that they wanted categories, they wanted to kind of break some of it up. HULU's library has grown so big. It's grown so big now. They're not necessarily on the same scale as Netflix or even Amazon, because Amazon has lots of things you can pay for. But at the same time, the fact that their library has gotten so big, maybe they thought, you know what, we should give people the opportunity to say, you know what, I want to see comedy, I want to see this, I want to see that, instead of just overloading you with a ton of covers. Less is more, and I get it, but people have gotten quite used to that. So maybe there's a shift coming. Maybe next time you go into Netflix, it starts to say, hey, what is it that you want to watch? You feel like some comedy, you feel like some drama, you feel like some action, and then you start to browse versus, hey, here's all the stuff you watch. Here's it. There it is. You got it. So I like the categories. I would like to see if that's going to become a trend where, in usability, where they just decide, you know what, let's start to dial it back a little bit so that people can see categories and then they can drill their way in and they can drill their way out. So It's something to look at. Also, too, that's how you get your access to your on-demand content. I think it's great the way they have it broken up. Once you go into the show in Hulu fashion, you have the episodes, you have the overview, you have the extras, and then you have some other stuff. There may be like some other things outside of the extras that you get with the episode. So it's really neat that they still keep that format and they bring that over into the mobile format. It's a big difference from what they had before in the mobile app. Right now, you can't get live TV on the Roku or Samsung Smart TV. That's not necessarily accessible at the moment. So those things are coming soon. I just been beta testing the trial. It popped up. I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people to get it because I had Hulu for so long. I love the flip tray. One of the things I would like to see with the flip tray, I would like for it to be a swipe to get to the flip tray, because I always find myself flipping between content. I am definitely one of those people who have a cell phone in his hand, a PlayStation controller, and I got a tablet running too. So it'd be really nice if I could just pick up the app, swipe up, change channels whether I want to just watch the NBA Finals and then flip back to some sort of action show, whatever the case may be. It would be much faster, in my opinion, that they swipe up to get to that flip tray, or just give you the option. If you just want to swipe up from the screen, then it gives you the flip tray, the actual quick menu, and then you're able to slide and guide your way across to the next show that's live. Also, too, what I will also add to that is that when you swipe up, you can swipe up again to get to your on-demand stuff. So now it becomes, you swipe up, you can see the live stuff. If you decide, you know what, not really feeling this show, don't feel like watching this right now, I'll catch you later, you can swipe up even one more time to get to on-demand, or swipe down, swipe up. Maybe that's too many swipes, but I'm just suggesting these things because I think where they're going with this is going to help them so much. Right now, the mobile experience for PlayStation View, if you've never used that app, not that great. Sling, a lot better, and it's very, very similar to the TV experience that you get. So they found a good way to marry the two. Sling TV has. I haven't had a chance to check out YouTube TV just yet. I haven't had a whole lot of options that I want to try, but I think I'm going to do a UI comparison between all of them and just see which ones has the best features, which ones I think that are the most user-friendly. And that's it. I really enjoyed reviewing the app for you guys today. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like button. If you want more content, hit the subscribe button. And make sure you tap the bell so that you get alerts straight away. Until then, you can catch me on Twitter and Facebook and keep pushing those pixels. Peace.